just hit Oregon, so we're well on our way. It's chilly out here, so
go ahead, buy a damn motorcycle.
good morning. We're here in Ferndale. Just got up, shaking off the night. Gonna go find a place to get some breakfast. It's the coolest little town. Just like a little old Victorian city kind of thing. It's pretty cool looking though. Walking down Main Street, good old-fashioned Main Street, USA, I guess. I love these little towns, and each of these trips, that's the best part of them. Anyway, we're gonna go find some breakfast, get ourselves situated, pack up, and then we're off to Oregon. Heading out of Ferndale then, we jumped back on the 101 heading north. The 101 will take us up through Eureka, Crescent City, and then cross the border into Oregon. There are a number of small towns on the coast in Oregon that we'll pass through, including Bandon, Coos Bay, Florence, and then ultimately our final destination, Newport. This is a great stretch of road. It changes between coastal views to redwood forest and back to coastal views again. Really wonderful riding, especially on a motorcycle. There are quite a few bridges that you cross along the way as you go from town to town. It makes for wonderful scenery. Just an amazing ride. This is a road that was just designed for touring on a motorcycle. About halfway between Eureka and Crescent City, we took a little detour at the Prairie Creek Redwoods State Park, and I'm sure glad we did. It's a beautiful place for redwoods. We've gone through the Valley of Giants, which is further south on the 101, and that's a pretty cool place. Prairie Creek gives it a run for its money. Really beautiful scenery, not as crowded, wonderful redwoods all over the place. It's a fantastic ride up through that section of the coast. Alrighty, so we're on the 101 just before Crescent City. Took a quick break, just a big breather, taking the view. Beautiful spot. It's been a wonderful morning so far. This drive up the 101, especially once you get up past Eureka and get into Redwood country, just really, really beautiful. Definitely worth a ride. Still got a long ways to go, but the scenery is just amazing. We just passed Crescent City up the 101, just hit Oregon, so we're well on our way, probably about halfway there at this point. Beautiful ride so far, a bit windy, a little bit chilly, but God, the redwoods are amazing. Man, this place is just gorgeous. Been one of the best rides we've had so far. We're going to stick on the 101 all the way up to Newport, so a bit of skip more to go, but beautiful riding. I think these coastal roads are just designed for motorcycles. Alright, we're in Bandon, Oregon. Gonna run to Tony's Crab Shop, grab some lunch. Bit chilly, bit windy. Really northern Pacific coast, blustery, windy, kind of foggy sort of day. Anyway, it's been a great ride so far. Get some lunch, get our energy back up, and then we'll be on our way. Alright, let's get to it. Alrighty, let's dig in. What do we got? Hot crab sandwich, clam chowder. Nothing better for a chilly day on the coast. Let's eat. Alright, that was way good. A little bit of lunch, get some energy, ready to get cracking. This is a great place. Again, chilly out here, so heated vest and all that kind of good stuff. Didn't think we'd even need it. Definitely glad we did. Really didn't expect it, but you know, literally by the mile, it'll go from nice and warm and dry to cold and windy, and we haven't got any rain, fortunately. I don't think we're gonna get any this time around, but glad we came prepared, otherwise it would have been bad. Alrighty, so we just got here. We're at the inn at Nye Beach. Nye Beach is actually about maybe 15 minutes north of Newport Beach off the 101. Cool little town, little beach town. This inn is great. It's really nice. We managed to get a room at the last minute because I screwed up the reservations. So we're all good. But yeah, decent rooms, nice place, nice little town. Coming up here was a fantastic ride. But I gotta warn you, it's amazing. The weather changes on a whim. You know, we went from warm and dry to a little bit windy, to a little bit blustery, to downright cold, and then back again. And it would literally change mile by mile. So it was a really fantastic ride, but come prepared. Anyway, so we're gonna get settled in, get ourselves situated and so forth, call it a day. And then tomorrow we'll use this as our home base as we explore up and down the Oregon coast and then inland a little bit, just get a sense for what's here. For the next couple of days, we're all about exploring the Oregon coast and inland. We basically took a big loop. We took the 20 inland towards Corvallis, which is this cool little college town. And we came back around the 34, which is a really scenic route that follows the Alsea River back to the coast, up Seal Rock, and then back to Nye Beach. Really a wonderful trip. We saw some amazing sights in that area. That was a lot of fun. That loop was well worth the time. Just some wonderful roads to go exploring on, which is all part of the fun. It's so windy you can barely stand up. It's blowing like crazy out here. Pretty cool. I love coming to see these lighthouses. We see them up and down the coast, of course. And it's a lot of fun to check. City, basically. About an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Newport along the Oregon coast. We went up the 101. It's cold today, blustery, windy, but really rugged coast. Coastline just gorgeous. It's a great ride. You go in between these little towns, a little bit of highway, but it goes from 2-lane roads to highway to 2-lane roads. You go through these small towns as you're going up the coast. It's really, really beautiful countryside to see. A lot of green forests, things like that. We're going to hang out here for a little bit, check out the scenery, and then we're going to head back inland, do the big loop, coming back into Newport. So stick with us. Glad to have you along. We'll see you in a bit. Heading inland, much prettier in this area. Very green, much warmer. You don't get the Pacific Coast winds coming through. This is a motorcycle road, just designed for motorcycle ride. Really beautiful. Just this lush forest running along a beautiful river. Really cool place. Definitely worth finding. Like I said, we don't always plan these things. Most of the time we really don't. We just kind of take a look at the map and figure out generally where we want to go, and then grab a side street or, whatever looks promising. And I got to tell you, 9 times out of 10 it works out, and we find these beautiful routes that we just didn't even know existed. This is some gorgeous countryside, though. Just really beautiful. Alrighty, glad to have you with us. We're going to head on down and see what's next. This is going to be kind of a big loop. We're going to go inland towards near about Eugene, and then back around to Newport. So, don't know the exact route yet. We'll sort of play it by ear, but that's the general idea. Alrighty, we'll see you. So we happened upon this spot on the Alsea River off the 34. I guess it's called Mary's Scenic Route. Comes up through the coast over into Albany. Just crazy beautiful. Very peaceful, no people here. Just that gorgeous green countryside, beautiful quiet river. The places you run into. We had no idea this was even here. Just happened to stop by, to see what was what. That's what it's all about, guys. That's why you ride a motorcycle. That's why you do these road trips. Just happen along the road, find a nice place, check it out, stop by for a little bit, and you run into these just incredibly beautiful spots. Really, really lovely. Alright, so we found this little waterfall. It's really, really beautiful. No idea that was here. Like I said, just off a sketchy road, single lane, about 8 miles off the main scenic highway, I guess it is. We just followed the signs, to be honest. We had really no clue. Well worth it. Sometimes you just take a road, follow the signs, and see what you see. Tell you what, 9 times out of 10 it works out. Pretty beautiful place. Really beautiful waterfall. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit, see what's what. This place is insanely gorgeous. Beautiful motorcycle riding up here. You're gonna see places like this. You're gonna travel to places you've never been before. Yeah, you can do it in a car. It ain't the same. You know, how many times do you just randomly take a road, go off to some unknown place, see what's there just for the heck of it? That's what motorcycles are all about. Alrighty, so we learned a valuable lesson. Inland, maybe, goodness, we went probably an hour or so 60 miles, give or take, towards Albany. That area is nice and warm, no wind to speak of, ranchlands for the most part. You lose some of the rugged coastline, redwoods and pines, rolling hills, that sort of countryside, but generally pretty warm and hot. You come out on the coast and temperatures drop a lot. It gets really windy and it gets really cold. So yeah, come prepared. That's definitely something we learned. Some beautiful countryside. But yeah, I got to tell you, we went from freezing to death, just really kind of huddling down, to pretty damn hot and warm weather and all that fun stuff. Just a huge shift from that coast. You go over that mountain, and it's not even that big of a mountain, but man, you go over that mountain, and you really feel the difference. So come prepared. Anyway, that's it for today. We're gonna get some dinner, wrap it up. Lots of fun today. Tomorrow's gonna be another good day. Enjoy. We'll see you in a bit.